Kasi kinakailangan maging maliwanag sa taong bayan to eh, no? Unang-una, ano ba talaga ang reset sa ERC? At pangalawa, bakit hindi kayo nag-reset na matagal na panahon? Yun ang dalawang tanong ko. Unang-una, ano ba talaga ibig sabihin yan? Para malaman ng
Pakipaliwanag
taong
po
bayan.
yung
Pangatlo,
ibig sabihin ng reset in layman's term.
Pangalawa, bakit hindi sila nag-reset na matagal na panahon?
Na naayon naman sa batas. Okay. Nasa rules naman po ninyo. Please, Chairperson Mona Lisa.
Salamat po, Mr. Chair. Katulad na rin po ng pagpapaliwanag po kanina, maayos naman po yung pagpapaliwanag. Ang reset ay yung paraan po natin para sa ating mga regulated entities, transmission operator and distribution utility, para po marebisa yung kanilang mga sinisingil po sa atin mga consumer. So, yung pong batas, ang gusto po niyang mangyari, wag naman pong masyadong malikot yung presyo. So, ang inayon po niya sa EPIRA at sa mga nai-issue na po ng komisyon, ang paggalaw po dapat ay every 5 years sa transmission utility at sa distribution utility every 4 years. Meron pong, dahil po ang naging methodology ng reset ay forecast, forward-looking, meron po ding tinakda yung regulasyon na annual review para po makita kung yung pinangako nung utility na gagastusin niya para sa taong yon, ginastos ba niya talaga sa tamang paraan. Hindi po basta ginastos lang sa kung saan, madali naman pong gumastos ng pera. Pero yung tama po ba yung pinagkagastosan niya. So, pag po gumalaw yon, pwede pong mag-adjust ng konti. Pero ang gusto nga po sana, kung mahusay yung utility, bahagya lang po ang mga paggalaw. Kasi ibig sabihin po nun, ginagawa niya yung mga pinangako niyang proyekto sa amount na pinangako niyang gagastusin niya. Or mas mababa pa kung mahusay po siyang utility. So, yun po yung reset. Tapos po, after 5 years or 4 years, magkikita ulit para sa isang malawakang pag-review nun pong kabuuan ng asset base at nung iba pa pong mga gastusin po nung utility. So yun po yung sagot po dun sa unang tanong kung ano po ba itong reset at bakit mahalaga po itong reset. Yung pangalawa pong tanong, kung bakit po hindi nakapag-reset ng matagal na panahon, baka po ipasa ko po dun sa mga, katulad po, nandito naman si Commissioner Non at yung mga ibang commissioners. Kasi po nung pagpasok ko po ng August 2022, sumabak na po kami agad sa reset. So ako po, masasabi ko po itong komisyon na to, nabanggit na rin naman po kanina, seryoso po kami talaga na tapusin itong reset. Ngayon yung sa past, hindi ko po masagot. Baka po sila na lang po ang magpaliwanag po.
Mr. Chair.
Yes,
Yeah.
Congressman De Jesus.
Thank you. Yeah,
your
thank you for
recommendation.
that. So, follow up to Congressman Abante, no? You know, during budget deliberation, we passed the franchise of Meralco, and that was extensively discussed. We even questions during the budget kasi kasabay na inaprubahan yan. So, but that time, Mr. Chair, wala dun si Commissioner Non. No, this is the first time. That's why I was surprised he was here. I think this is the right time and right person to ask question. Because I remember vividly back then, Commissioner Non was the chairman or the head of the oversight committee with regard to rate reset. No? Because prior to his time, si Commissioner Raul Tan, if I'm not mistaken, Rauf Tan, if I'm not mistaken, on time sila. So only during time of Commissioner Non, medyo nagkaroon ng delay. So I would like to ask Commissioner Non, ano nangyari? What really transpired during his time? Bakit doon lang nagsimula yung delay ng rate reset, Mr. Chair?
Okay, Commissioner Non, would you like to respond to that?
Well, in the first place, there is no such thing as oversight commissioner within ERC. We are a collegial
Whatever,
body.
maybe
We are a
my
collegial
term is
body.
wrong, Mr.
Okay.
Chair, pero siya pa rin ang...
No, there's no such thing. Anyway, after the third regulatory period,
What do you mean there's no such thing, Mr. Non?
wala pong oversight commissioners.
So what do you do then?
We are a
How
collegial
do you
body.
check and recheck?
We are a collegial body.
Yeah, I know, but how do you check and recheck
There is
if you're doing wrong?
wala po yung ano, kasi sa collegial body. So if the body is wrong, then it has to be brought up by somebody else to either to the courts or to the ombudsman, which is the proper forum. Okay.
Please continue.
So after the third regulatory period, going into the fourth reset, nagkaroon ng ibang problema yan. Going to the fourth regulatory reset, merong kaso na sinampahan na si Core sa Supreme Court regarding the third regulatory period. So during that time, from the time that it was sent to the Supreme Court, the ERC could not do its regular work because of the sub judice principle at that time. So we were discussing certain things, but on the regulatory reset, it was just moving, waiting for the decision ng Supreme Court on the regulatory asset base. And there were two other issues that were raised by Nasicore, including the appropriateness of operating expenses that have been charged to the case. No? But beyond that, I think the problem as far as reset is concerned is the PBR itself. It is a very complicated process, and that there is no expert as far as ERC is concerned. Okay, so what happens is there are issues that are coming up that takes a long time to be resolved, like the RAB and the WAC. If there is somebody who is very familiar as far as the thing is concerned, the inflation and RAB thing that you were talking about would not have gone a long way before it was discovered. Actually, that RAB-WAC relationship was discovered by ERC only in 2019 or 2020, and that is when the ERC made the correction on the beginning RAB of Meralco that created a refund of 7.8 billion. That was the only time that the error was corrected. The other thing is in terms of the consultancy. Basically, for example, appraisal of assets, because the Supreme Court already ruled against the ODRC, why do we have to have a consultant on appraisal if replacement is not going to be used anyway? So it's something that we can save on as far as consultancy fee is concerned, because we are not supposed to be using ODRC anymore. Historical cost is something that is in the books of Meralco and something that could be certified upon by the external auditors of Meralco. The same thing is true with WAC. I mean, we could have consultants every regulatory period, but there is nothing in the book that says, or in the rule that says, we can have only one consultant for a certain period. There will be a range of rates that will be recommended, and that will be applied for every institution, because not every utility entity will have the same WAC component or ending balance. But definitely, because of the economic and financial conditions are the same, that could be arranged.
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair.
Ay,
Yes, Congressman De Jesus.
Siguro, I just want to know, kasi sinasabi niya, there's no such complex daw eh. So, during his time, Mr. Chair, so, nagkaroon ba na rate reset? Yung during time of those commissioner. Anong year po kayo doon, Mr. Commissioner, no? What year you were in?
2012 to 2018.
So, you were there for 7 years or 6
7
years?
years.
7 years, right? So, during that time, nagkaroon ba kayo ng rate reset from NGCP or any DUs?
No,
No.
no.
For 7 years. You mentioned that it's very complicated kung paano yan yung PBR. So, what happened? Bakit for the 7 years wala kayo? See, the problem is, it's being penalized ang NGCP and of course the private DUs including Meralco for 7 years. Bakit ngayon kanina, I heard from Chairman De Malanta, Mona Lisa, na they're already starting it. Kung sila nakapagpagawa. So, Madam Chair, Mr. Chair, if I ask Madam Mona Lisa, you started 2022. So how many years, sa tingin mo, kailan kayo magkakaroon ng rate reset? Sa tingin mo lang. Not you,
Guillermo.
no, Commissioner Di Malanta.
Opo. Yung sa NGCP po, patapos na nga po kami. Yun pong Meralco, ang commitment po namin ay by June tapos namin para masimulan po nila.
So in short, Mr. Chair, yung ERC, you started 2022. It will take you what, 2 years? And Meralco, 3 years? Tapos na rin? Give or ano,
Hindi po yun sa
3 or more
Meralco
years.
po.
3 or 4
Meralco
years.
po, Mr. Chair, walang isang taon kasi po fast track po itong ginagawa.
See, that's what I'm talking about, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair.
Nung naupo si Madam Di Malanta as commissioner, natapos niya within 2 years and the other was less than 1 year. During panahon ni Mr. I'm not blaming you, Commissioner, because collegial body kayo. 7 years kayo, ni isang reset, wala kayong nagawa.
I think you're appreciating in a different way. When
I
we
think
were
ERC is same banana. Commissioner nung commissioner ngayon, pare-pareho lang
No,
kayo
no.
eh.
The
It doesn't
situation
matter.
is different.
Kaya, so what I'm trying to say, bakit wala kayong reset from 2012 to 2018? Yun lang naman tanong ko,
May
Mr.
I-
Chair.
I do not buy your statement that it's a different thing, no? So I don't buy that, Mr. Non.
That's why may I answer.
Just a moment, I'm still speaking. I don't buy that. You're answering us like you are very sure of what you're trying to do. You even corrected yourself. You said that, di ba? Di ba?
That's what
You said a moment ago that there is a correction you made. Ibig sabihin, may error kayo.
no. The error was previously.
Oh, previously of what? Before your time?
Yes.
Oh, therefore, naniniwala ka may error before your time. And you corrected that, di ba?
That's why I wanted to explain. The error happened during the period 2010 to the third regulatory period. That the final determination of the third regulatory period, which sets the rate for the third regulatory period, was finalized in June of 2011, before we came. So when we came, the third regulatory period has already been set. Okay. So if there was an error there, unless we try to go back, which we do not do normally, unless we go back, then that's the only time that we will see the error.
Mr.
But-
Chair.
Well, you said a moment ago while you were explaining your time na you corrected the error. Yun ang binanggit mo kanina.
We
Eh.
did not. They corrected it.
No.
Mr. Chairman.
The record actually state that, no? Ha? You made corrections to the error.
No, we did not.
Oh,
Mr.
you
Chair.
said that.
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair.
Yeah,
Tapusin
we're
ko
gonna
muna.
have,
Sige, sige.
we're gonna
Siguro,
have
kasi
Congressman
he keeps on saying
Jesus
na
first and then
I have
Congressman
nothing against Mr.
Fernandez.
Commissioner, former Commissioner no, kasi sinasabi niya, hindi nila pwede i-correct kasi previous na daw. Bakit si Chairman Di Malanta, naayos niya lahat? So, ibig sabihin, interconnected niya, parang domino effect. Pero si Mr. Madam Chair Mona, na-correct nila. So, during 7 years, wala kayong ginawa. And they're making 350,000 a month pension nila. Tapos yun lang, hindi nila makorek yun. For 7 years, walang ginawa. Meanwhile, we suffer. And we keep on blaming Meralco, Dios, and even NGCP na dapat ang ERC ang gumagawa ng trabaho. Yun lang, Mr. Chair. I'll give the floor
Okay.
to
Yes,
Chairman.
Congressman
Sige,
Fernandez.
Chair?
with all due respect, with Congressman Presley De Jesus. Mr. Non, kailan ba kayo naging commissioner?
Come again?
Kailan po kayo naging commissioner? ng-
August 2011.
August 2011.
Yes.
And the problem started when? Kasi alam
Before
nyo,
2011.
kasi po, para balik uli natin, yung katulad na in-explain ko kanina, ang regulatory periods, Mr. Chairman, ano po yan, sequential yan eh. Ordinal numbers nga eh. Interconnected eh. Kapag nagsimula ka ng mali doon sa second regulatory period, sama-sama na yan, dire-diretso na yan, dire-diretso na. But if you will only see all the documents pertaining to the different exchanges of letters coming from the commissioners, coming from the Meralco, coming from the NGCP, and the actions that was taken by the ERC, makikita po nyo yung deliberate, yung pag-iwas para magkaroon ng reset. 13 years for NGCP and 15 years for Meralco. What do you expect? Sigurado, ayaw talagang magkaroon ng reset. Yun ang katotohanan dito. But kanina nga sinasabi ko, let's not blame anymore anyone, no? Let's move forward kasi nakikita naman natin there are intention to refund. Nakita ko naman merong refund pero hindi complete. Hindi siya complete because walang proper reset. Walang proper rate reset. Pinagtatakpan nila through confirmation process which is devoid of any documents pertaining to the actual computation to arrive doon sa tinatawag po nating taripa. Kung wala kang pagbabasihan doon sa gagawin mong charge sa consumer, paano naging methodology yun? Wala confirmation process that was approved for the lapse period, 2016 up to now. Nag-base lang sila doon sa tinatawag na i-confirm na natin yung 1 peso and 38 centavos na inaprubahan nila ng 2011 hanggang ngayon, kahit sa lapse period, dapat yan ang gamitin natin. And I think, yun ang sinasabi ko, nag-fail ang ARC dito. And, wag na po nating, ako, nakikita ko, Mr. Chairman, moving forward, kailangan natin magkaroon ng commitment from these people that will really have to have a methodology that will cater the actual computation of the rate for our people. As a matter of fact, Mr. Chairman, maibabalik naman po ang importante lamang yung lapse period na kinonsider nila na ito na ang taripa pero walang pinagbabasihang mga assets, walang pinagbabasihang tamang WACC, yun ang ginawa nilang computation. Yun ang ginawa nilang presyo. In other words, Mr. Chairman, 1 peso and 38 centavos, yun na. Yun na ipasok natin sa lapse period. Is that just and reasonable? Hindi po reasonable yun. And in violation of Section 43 of the EPIRA and also Section 23 to give consumer electricity in the least cost manner.
The Chairman?
Yes, before I recognize the Honorable Rufus, isang tanong lang po. Sino po ang tumatawag ng reset? Kaninong call ang reset?
Sir Chair, if I may answer.
Yes, please, Madam.
Sa isang regular pong proseso, hindi na po talaga nasa rules po yung timeline po ng reset. Nakakasa na po yun dapat.
Hindi, tama po. Pero syempre, kahit naman nakalagay dyan, kung wala naman tumatawag, sino may obligasyon na tawagin ng reset?
ERC po, yung sa issues paper na
So,
simula.
dapat nilagay po ninyo yun sa calendar ninyo.
Mr. Chairman, if I may, I have read the RTWR and RDWR. According to RDWR, 18 months prior to the statutory deadline, kailangan ng ang regulated entity like Meralco and NGCP will file a position paper. 18 months prior. Ang tanong, did you file 18 months prior to the statutory deadline ng position paper? Kapag hindi kayo nag-file in accordance with their own rules na ginawa ng ERC, then may violation ang
Ibig sabihin,
regulated
kailangan
entity.
muna mag-file muna
Mag-file
sila
ng position paper.
bago tatawagin ng
Yes,
reset.
because it is, yung rules po kasi,
Is
Mr.
that the
Chairman,
proper procedure?
Mr. Chairman, ang proper procedure, the rules RTWR and RDWR are being published. Pag pinablish po yan, makikita na ng mga regulated entity. At sasabihin, 18 months before, kailangan mag-apply na tayo, kailangan may position paper tayo. And then they will conduct a public hearing. At pag nag-conduct sila ng public hearing, makikita nila lahat doon. And then, lahat ng regulatory asset base, the weighted average cost of capital, the depreciation and everything will be put into order. Ang problem, Mr. Chairman, kung hindi sila magbibigay ng position paper 18 months prior, there is already a violation.
The Honorable Rufus Rodriguez is
Mr.
recognized.
Chairman, the ERC is mandated every 4 years for DUs to set the regulatory reset proceedings. The problem is, we can see the NGCP and the Meralco waiting for these results because this particular process, because if there are no rules in the case of the DUs and the rules on the setting of the wheeling rate, there can be no process. They cannot submit a position paper if there is none. The problem is here is Meralco ERC has failed. They have failed to timely conduct and perform regulatory reset. And Commissioner Non was there during all this time. And then there has been no reset. How can we blame the regulated agencies like NGCP and the Meralco, the Group A, Meralco, Sipalco from the City of Golden Friendship, and the others, when there is no regulatory process? So therefore, in fact, ready always, and they have also filed when there is one, then they do it. Mr. Chairman, we are barking up the wrong tree if we are going to fault the regulated agencies like the NGCP and the Meralco. It is ERC. If there is any agency that we should fault here, and that's why if Chairman Dan Fernandez saying there is therefore, the consumers are therefore have the road deal here, it's not the fault. That's why the regulated agencies, they wait for this ESG. May I ask our chairperson, did we have really the process conducted for the third, fourth, and fifth regulatory period?
Chairman Mona Lisa, you are recognized.
Mr. Chair, we are conducting the
On the fifth.
processes now.
Yes.
Fourth and fifth po sa NGCP and fifth
Fifth,
for
yeah.
Meralco.
Kasi lapse period na nga eh. Lapse period meaning, Mr. Chairman, that there is failure of the ERC and that's why they cannot comply. That is the actuality of this. But in spite of that, there was a IAC and there is a interim average rate. Meralco has already refunded a total of 48 billion because on their own, they came out and say, we would like to make sure already that there's already a interim rate, average rate. And so Meralco is always waiting for the regulatory agency. In spite of that, during the lapse period, they were the ones who were able to have the interim average rate, and the ruling of the ERC was for Meralco to refund, correct? They were made to refund. How much was refunded by Meralco in spite of the failure of ERC to be able to put up this particular regulatory reset process? How much? Nagbayad lang Meralco sa mga consumers.
Maybe we can ask representative from Meralco. Magkano po yung binayaran ninyo?
Your Honor, we refunded pesos.
Billion.
Yes, Your Honor, as a result of the declaration by the ERC of the original lapse period, consisting of 7 years. And we are proposing to refund again another about 19 billion pesos for the latest, as a result of the latest declaration by the ERC